Okay, and here we are for the battle. No webcam in this one because I am feeling rough today. I am not feeling great. So yeah, you're going to have to deal with just the no layout sort of stuff. But if you did skip the team builder, we are facing off against my good buddy Shayquaza and his Dallas Starmies. We are currently 7-2 plus 17. I might be 16. 1 second. I know this differential is huge to everything that matters. Yeah, we're 7-2 plus 16. My opponent is 3-6 minus 12. But don't let that differential or the difference between us in the league table fool you. His team is super scary, and I know Shay is a fantastic battler. So we're going to get straight into this, and that is the exact 6 that I was expecting, which is kind of nice, but at the same time, I did feel a little underprepared for this one. So I feel like I can pretty effectively lead off with my Rotom. I can lead off with my Rotom. Victini would be a scary lead for us, but I think we just kind of have to... we probably just have to Toxic that thing. I got Will-O-Wisp on this, never mind. We probably Volt Switch on the Victini. Expecting it to probably be special. So, I mean, also our Galarian Slowking is really not that effective in this game, and like unless it's a special Blastoise, but even then we have our Tapu Fini for that. It can take hits from the Serena just fine, it can take hits from the Guzzlord if it's special just fine. Doesn't necessarily appreciate hits particularly from the Zeraora or the Mudsdale, so I would say that Galarian Slowking probably is our most expendable mon. Should we need to sack something off or scout out what Victini set it is. But I'm quite happy leading off with my Rotom. Being able to get a Willow off on a potential Mudsdale switch would be amazing. Potentially could see the Guzzlord as well, and I wouldn't mind a Willow on that as well. Especially if it's a physical variant, that would actually be pretty helpful. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. And if you haven't checked out Shay's channel, make sure to do that. He is a great guy, really funny guy, makes great thumbnails and great content in general. Albeit for him, he probably counts it as like half-assed sort of stuff. It's still fantastic, it's still great. He leads off with the Guzzlord. Okay. That's kind of fine with me. I probably just want to throw off Will-O-Wisp here. I could also... I could just Volt Switch, but I think that getting the Willow off is actually probably a more beneficial play in general. He could knock us off. Would suck a little bit with rocks, but yeah, I'm just going to go for the Willow. And we are going to miss, unfortunate. So he gets a free knockoff. This is going to hurt. Does a good amount of damage. Let me just go back to my calc. I didn't even have my calc ready. I'm doing great. But we do miss the first hit, which is not necessarily the end of the world. We're down to 81. That did 48%. It's looking like knockoff potentially. That's potentially what, like the right damage for it. I think I'm just going to Volt Switch on this turn. Yeah, just going to Volt Switch. So he probably goes out into the Mudsdale, I expect. Fuentes, that's the Victini, awesome. So I'm glad that we switched out on that. That's going to do a good amount of damage. I think that's probably just standard for like offensive Victini. I don't think that's really too much we can learn. It looks about 28 to 33. Maybe it's got a little bit of bulk in it, but I don't think it's going to have too much. I'm actually just going to go out into my Slowking, and I'm going to fire off a Scold. We should be able to live anything but like a Choice Banded V-Create, I want to say. Choice Band. We can even live Choice Banded. And Scold is doing a good amount, so don't want to just go for... Just want to go for that. Could bring in the... yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Because you could bring in the Guzzlord, and it's shown to be more physical. Definitely wasn't like an adamant nature, so getting a burn on that would be great. And we get to scout out what this Victini wants to do. He's just going to withdraw. And goes into the Mudsdale. Immediately though, that's the Mudsdale just by the name, and we can see whether or not this is Assault Vest. That did a good amount of damage actually. And we get the burn. The burn is kind of big for us. if he is burned, he's leftovers. Yeah, the burn is really, really nice for us. And I'm just going to go straight out to my Rotom. I'm not messing around with this. He's probably going to go for the Stealth Rocks, which means we could have got another Scald off, but I'm not in a position of wanting to deal with that. I'm actually just... Do I want to defog? Like, it's affecting this more than it's affecting anything else on my team. So I think I kind of just want to Air Slash. Yeah, I kind of just want to Air Slash. Like, there's not a lot this should be able to do. And we get to catch anything that's predicting the defog to come out. I don't think he wants his Guzzlord burned at all, because it's really nice for the Tapu Fini. By Tapu Fini, I mean not the Tapu Fini. It's potentially Roselli Berry for the Tapu Fini, that's entirely possible. He's probably just going to stay in. Okay, no, never mind, he withdraws. Prove me wrong, why don't you, Shay? Goes back into Fuentes, that's going to take even more damage. So we are really chipping away at this Victini. Not too worried about keeping this around at this point. I don't think there's much... it could still be nice, actually, for things like the Serena. But, I mean, we're going to lose so much health from the switch in. I'm just going to defog on the off chance that he goes for like a U-turn. We do get to Scout. Okay, it is special. So we know that it's special, we are going to lose our Rotom. But it does mean that my my Slowking is super, super free against this. Because they're like, unless it's mixed, it could be mixed. I'm not gonna just immediately say that it's not. It could very well be mixed. And I think this time I just want to throw off a Sludge Bomb. I could also... Yeah, I'm just gonna throw off a Sludge Bomb. Because it should actually knock out... It should knock out Victini from this range. He's going to just go for the Blue Flare. That does a good amount of damage. So yeah, Sludge Bomb. So going to pick up the KO. Just narrowly... Okay, it misses, but it gets the poison. So Victini is going to go down to Slowking. And with the Mudsdale burned, he actually does really struggle to kind of break through this. And he could go into the Mudsdale. That's entirely possible. At this range, it would probably knock us out. Even with the burn. Would it knock us out with a burn? Probably doing about 30%. Goes into Gluttony. This thing's a little bit annoying. So we're going to have our item knocked off on something else. I do want to keep my leftovers for the Blastoise later. I don't really want to get knocked off. I feel like my Zygarde's item is like the least necessary on this team. I really feel like it's the least necessary. If he goes for Draco, that kind of sucks though. Could I just afford to stay in with this? Honestly, yeah. I absolutely could. Is a knockoff killing me from Guzzlord? Knockoff is definitely killing me. So I think there's a strong chance that he's going to go for it here. I'm going to go out into my Zygarde. If he predicts this and goes for the Dragon move, then that's a fantastic play. We should be able to take any one hit. Knockoff, yep. That's fine by me. Kind of just want to glare. I want to glare expecting the Serena to come in. He could also be Habanberry or something on this. But getting the glare off is really nice for my Decidueye's late game. And like generally it's just quite nice to paralyze this Guzzlord. That's a Mudsdale. A little bit unfortunate. Certainly a little unfortunate, but really not the end of the world. Definitely had a feeling the Serena was going to come in there. And I don't have amazing switch-ins to this. I could go into my Tapu Fini. Fini really puts on like the most pressure, but I also want to keep it around for the late game. Getting damage off on this would be incredible. I definitely really like getting damage off on this. But I could also go Fini. I think... Does he go into Serena on this turn? Like, he definitely doesn't expect me to glare twice. I'm going to Skitter Smack as a mid-ground play. Okay, he stays in. Like, with this burned, it's not really doing much damage. It's unfortunate. We could have definitely got 1,000 arrows off and done some decent damage. It goes for the roar. I'm actually fine with that. Actually fine with that. Decidueye comes in. I can pretty much get a kill. I could pretty much get a kill. I think the Guzzlord has a strong chance of coming in. Like, a very strong chance of coming in. So I'm just going to click U-turn. If he rolls again, that's kind of fine. He's not going to Earthquake on this turn, so worst comes to worst, I can go into my... he's going to stay in. Well, I'm over-predicting around this. He surely doesn't Earthquake on this. I'm expecting a Roar, so I'm just going to go back into my Zygarde. I am going to take another round of chip, but... yeah, at the same time, if I just clicked Leaf Storm there, would have been a great place, would have killed this, but it is what it is. Heatran's going to come in. That's probably not ideal at all. It's burned. That's going to do a good amount of damage. Do I want to take this hit this early? It's still phenomenal for checking so many things on his team. So, no, I don't. I think at this point I do just want to go Tapu Fini. I still don't want to take that Earthquake. Even if it's burned, I don't want to take that Earthquake, because it's doing about half. He's just going to roar again. I should have just gone for the Lava Plume. And we get into Slowking. Okay. He can Earthquake this if he wants to. I do not care. I straight up just don't care. How much am I doing with all my moves? Fairly happy just to Scold. He's going to EQ. He does have speed on this as well, which is a little bit annoying. It's not going to do a lot, but still. And we should knock it out of the burn. Does the burn go first, or does the leftovers go first? Leftovers, that's annoying. I don't think I've ever had to look at that, to be honest, but... yeah, Smudsdale proving to be a bit of a pain. We could also just switch. We could switch again. I think this time... Like, it's just annoying. He's just... just the Roar is very annoying. Yeah, I'm just going to Scold. It's a little bit frustrating that he's quicker. But he's going to Roar. Okay, he was playing off of me switching. Which is what I thought he might do, but... Okay, we could have killed that Mudsdale like 6 turns ago, but... It is what it is. It was a bit more of a nuisance than it should have been. But here we are. In comes this thing again. I think at this point I am actually pretty much just happy to let this thing go down and to go for a Focus Blast. It's just going to knock off, this is going to knock us out. But I wanted my items on other things, so I'm okay with that. See the Beast Boost, and that is going to give me an attack raise. And I just got into my Tapu Fini. If this is Roselli Berry, then it's going to be very annoying. It's Guzzlord. Like, I knew this thing would be the biggest issue, or one of the biggest issues, going into this game. How much is Poison Jab doing from this? +1. It's doing a good amount of damage. But still, I'm pretty happy just to Moonblast. It may be Assault Vest. If it's Assault Vest, it definitely tanks this hit. Yeah. Expecting the Poison Jab. Yep. No poison would be amazing. That does so much damage. Don't get the poison at least, so that's nice. But Blastoise is now looking like so much more of a threat. I'm just going to Moonblast again. Gives me a little bit more leftovers. Honestly, I played terribly around the Mudsdale. I played terribly around Guzzlord. So, yeah, very unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so Tapu Fini's going to pick up the kill on the Guzzlord. Probably Serena going to come in afterwards. I literally lose to Blastoise. I think I lose to Blastoise at this point. Just because I've taken so much damage on my Tapu Fini here. If he goes Blastoise now and sets up, then... There goes Zeraora. This is somewhat fine. This is somewhat fine. I'm just going to add to my Heatran. I've taken way too much damage on this Tapu Fini trying to deal with that Guzzlord. Taken way too much damage. And I genuinely think we do just lose to Blastoise now. So, Bulk Up. Okay. Well, that's mightily unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I go for a Lava Plume here. I don't think Close Combat will take me out at +1. It may well take me out at +1. Like I said, I've not played this game well at all. +1, Adamant. Okay, it still shouldn't take me out. And I think getting the burn on this arguably is my play. So, I could have also rested, but it's doing so much damage. Plasma Fists actually may not 2-hit KO my set here. They do a lot of damage though. If we can get the burn, we're in a good spot. That's a crit. No burn though. I'd rather have had the burn than the crit. Absolutely would rather have had the burn than the crit there. That's rough. If we lose this, Serena becomes a problem. Realistically, I don't want Heatran in. I don't want Heatran in, basically at all. I would need Decidueye in when this goes down. So like, I could go Zygarde. Bring in my Decidueye, because that at least prevents the Blastoise from coming in, so I think that's going to be my play. Because if I let Blastoise set up for free, then we're in a terrible position. Just going to Plasma Fist again. I'm going Extreme Speed on this turn. I don't think it's going to do enough damage, but it means that it's definitely going to be in range. There's a play rough. Definitely expected that. We are going to lose our Zygarde, but I don't think Zygarde was necessary in this endgame at all. And yeah, now I can bring in my Decidueye. Really wish I had anything but Leaf Storm on this set. And does U-turn knock it out? It probably doesn't knock it out from here, because it's got the boost. So yeah, I just gotta go for Leaf Storm. And we're gonna miss, so that's probably gonna be game. That is so unfortunate. I could have just clicked Hex, and picked up the kill, but yeah, I think there's no coming back from that one. So we're going to lose 3-0 to Shay. Like, we've had quite a lot of hacks in our favour recently, so a game like this was bound to happen. And like, this matchup, honestly, was a bit of a struggle. So, you know, it is what it is. He's going to Plasma Fist, and he's just going to Plasma Fist again after this one and pick up the win. Unfortunately, we're going to fall to 7-3. Because I think even a burned +1 Zero Aura probably does knock out a Tapu Fini. We didn't get the Flame Body on that either. Very unfortunate. But yeah, good game to Shay. He played like absolutely how he had to. He played the Mudsdale and the Guzzlord really well. I just kept over predicting around it, and it caused me so many issues. So yeah, that's my own fault. Again, go and check out my opponent. His side is probably much better than my own because he's a great content creator, and I've really not been feeling too great today. So yeah, my commentary is probably pretty poor in this one, I would say, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, we're going to lose 3-0, and we're going to go to 7-3 plus 13. We're still in a good spot for playoffs. We could really do with just picking up one win out of the last 2 games, but it would have been really nice to have just clinched it on this one. But it is what it is. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. It's the game we play. I missed a few moves. I missed a few bits here and there. So it's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. We still have 2 games in which we can qualify for playoffs. One of them is against a playoff contender as well. I believe they're on the same record in Davian. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If that's not, then I do apologise. We face off against Traxo next week, and it's Indianapolis Cobalions. I want to say that's his team name. But it should be a really good game. And yeah, unfortunately we lose this one. If you did enjoy the battle, then please do leave a like, subscribe if you are enjoying the season, and hopefully we can make that push for playoffs towards the end. And until next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.